Virtus Pro's turn to ban. LGD's turn to ban. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. LGD's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Starting now. Okay.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LGD's turn to
He's just gone out to grab a quick snack since we've been casting away all day long. But he should be back by the time this draft ends. So we're going to hop ourselves into LGD versus Virtus Pro Gaming here. An important game for LGD because they are 0-2.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I say this VP are playing with a stand-in. They've got Art Style standing in for Solo, who is taking a break for the rest of the year, having kind of, it sounds like, reached a point where he's just played a few too many events, feeling a bit burned out, and wanting to miss these last couple minors, having just done very well at winning the first major and then getting, I believe, 4th place at the most recent major. So that's where we find ourselves as far as VP are concerned. They're 0-1 right now. So
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Winter Wyvern. League's assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
But we've got a Witch Doctor first pick from LGD, getting a support to start things off, not revealing too much. VP, Winter Wyvern, Nyx Assassin. Ramsey's in the drafting captain seat, and we'll see what they're going to be picking. Nyx is that kind of flexible hero, can go offlane, can go into the support role, so definitely some flexibility there. Seeing a look at the bans, if anything crazy, unexpected was banned out. Ogre, Night Stalker, Ench, these are your VP classics. They love that Lil 4 position. Night Stalker, the Ogre's always been a top pick. The Enchantress, something that both Pasha plays as well as Lil in the 3 or the 4 position role. For VP, banning out Bounty, Earthspirit, and Bane. So it's a big emphasis on banning out supports, roamers, 4 position heroes. That's where we're seeing the bans being targeted. For LGD, Naga Siren picked up in the first 2. A hero that is pretty common in this Chinese scene as a 4 position. Often paired up with a strong offlaner to really contest the lane, used for the song to kind of disengage or to set up big team fights. Very effective against some of those big team fight ultimates if you want to just reset a fight and kind of get things started again. And then we'll see what the teams look to do for their core heroes, because that's really where everything leads to in that second stage. You ban all the supports, so both teams pick their supports early, not wanting to reveal their cores. Now we start looking at who are those core heroes going to be. Queen of Pain, Viper, those 2 banned out. Both teams getting another ban apiece before we start picking up some of those carries, offlaners, mid heroes, with the potential exception being that Nyx Assassin who can go into the offlane. So VP have their last ban before we get into it. It will be VP with the final pick of the draft, so they can try and use that last pick to get no one that big hero that can just win the game, which has often been the case for this VP team. Use that 10th pick of the draft to get a kind of counter pick for the mid lane, try and shut down Maybe, who is such a key player for this LGD team, see if that is going to work out for them. So we'll see. AA actually banned out. I wonder what that suggests for VP. Okay, Morphling banned out. Definitely one of the heroes that you don't want to play against an AA. And VP maybe looking at something else that can get crippled by that Ice Blast, because there's already a Witch Doctor picked up, and that's where you don't normally see Witch Doctor with AA as 2 supports. Both play that 5 position role, so this AA ban really suggests that VP are looking for some kind of a core hero that will rely on regeneration, the Alchemist type picks, potentially coming out. Maybe it was a Morphling, and that's where the Morphling ban for LGD makes a lot of sense. I think you're more afraid of a Morphling than an Alchemist. Alchemist these days, not particularly known for winning games as much as they used to. Sad to say for all the OG fans out there, no longer a hero they can rely on. But we will see what VP look to get for their 3rd pick now. Down the clock a little bit as they dig through some of their options here. As I said, they are still yet to find a win, but they've only played 1 game, unlike LGD, who've had the 2 losses so far. So much bigger game for them, but at the same time, every game is going to count. So important for both these 2 teams. It really is going to come down to a single game hero that can make the difference between advancing in top 4 or being eliminated. Whether you advance in 1st place or 4th place, the big thing is advance in that top 4, get yourself into the playoffs where it's single elimination, best of 3s, get your Val points and move on. VP, going to pick up the Tiny. This is a hero that really got spammed all over the place, especially in the European pro scene when it got brought in the 707 patch. Incredibly powerful, has received some nerfs since being added, but we'll see if it's still something that VP can have a lot of success with, because they were playing this constantly on both Ramses in the carry role, as well as no one in mid, even in Pasha's offlane. So a hero they've ran all over the place in terms of lanes, and LGD's response is getting that Maybe Shadow Fiend, a hero that can perhaps sit back, kite the Tiny around a bit, have that ranged advantage, and use that his tool to fight into the Tiny. See what LGD pair this up with. It kind of really fits their theme, which is often putting Maybe on that big, I say big carry. Army also known for playing those big farming Masker Madness heroes here, but normally it is kind of this Maybe Army 1-2 duo where they're on the 2 carries. They've got FY being a space creating playmaker out of the offlane, and we'll see exactly what that hero is going to be that FY looks to grab, whether he's maybe even playing like a 3 position Naga Siren or something in the offlane. More likely that will be the hero he's paired with in the 4 position role, as LGD gets some kind of Witch Doctor +1 duo, the Gyrocopter type carries for the safe lane. As for VP, 4th pick coming up now. We'll see what they look to get.
LGD's turn.
It is going to be a Clockwork. I wonder if that's a deny pick. Clock Shadow Fiend, of course, one of those known combos. You get the free souls at level 1. Likely something LGD could have paired up as the offlane hero for FY. You have a Clockwork Naga lane, which is a very strong duo. You've then got the Clock Shadow Fiend at level 1 to give him the free souls, to give him a big edge. in winning and dominating that
5
mid lane.
seconds remaining.
And all of a sudden, you've got yourself a very strong laning stage for your lineup. And that's where I think VP almost primarily are picking this as a block pick. Not to say it's a bad pick for them by any means. I think there's other offlaners they likely would have picked over this. It's not a hero that Lil plays a huge amount of. It's also not something that Pasha's massively known for. So definitely incentivized to pick this because of that blocking element. So LGD are going to be after thinking elsewhere as far as their offlaner goes at this point. I think it's Lava. So minus armor is very, very heavily present here, as well as physical damage. You've got Amplify with the Shadow Fiend presence of the Dark Lord, right-click damage from the SF. You've got Riptide, you've got Witch Doctor, Death Ward for physical damage. So 3 heroes with minus armor,
10 seconds
and
remaining.
a lot of physical damage from Witch Doctor Ultimate, Shadow Fiend right-clicks,
5
Slaughter
seconds
Crush.
remaining.
Very much the theme of LGD's draft so far. If you're VP, you're thinking, who are those heroes that are going to be not as susceptible? You've already got Winter Wyvern, so they're much more equipped to deal with it with that Cold Embrace. So that's something that they've already got going for them. The Winter's Curse is going to be very important for them here. So VP have a good tool in the support role as far as fighting into LGD's lineup. As far as the Tiny goes, he's very susceptible to this. He's just a hero that needs to get up front, very likely to get amped up. Likely going to need some kind of a manta to maybe even get rid of that amp damage, because otherwise he's going to get shredded apart by the physical damage in a game like this. So we'll see what LGD looks around their lineup off with. The Lifestealer was banned. There's your Slaughter Lifestealer combo you infest in. A hero that can take advantage of all that minus armor to do a lot of damage and kind of pairs up nicely with the SF as like a dual core type lineup. And we'll see what they're going to get instead for the carry role for Arme. Kind of take advantage of this. Maybe they mix it up and get some magical damage there. Just maybe not have to worry about the Cold Embrace as much, like the Gyrocopter. You drop a cooldown, homing missiles, rocket barrage. You've got magic damage as well as the physical damage then. Way of fighting into that Cold Embrace. Sniper was banned out last, worried about that. Hero that can just sit back, not care about all the physical damage, isn't going to get right-click very much. They go Jug. So LGD, what does Jug do for them here? It got Healing Ward, so if you do get an advantage, you want to push, you've got good healing, good sustain. Good at the laning stage, as far as having a partner for the Witch Doctor with good killing combo. Magic immunity as well. The Omni Slash can take advantage of all that minus armor as well, from Slaughter, from Shadow Fiend, and then the response from VP is going to be picking up the TA for the mid lane. So no one's TA the final pick. A hero that doesn't necessarily get bursted by the physical damage if you've got those refraction charges up. But will be art style going for the boots first, and Lil kind of transitioning more to the 5 position role, perhaps thinking that this Wyvern is going to be such a key hero that Lil wants to be that maybe more playmaker role himself. Clockwork definitely the ganker, the hero that's going to be more aggressive, but as far as who has to hit the spells at the key times to win this game, it is going to be Lil's Winter Wyvern, getting good Winter's Curses, Cold Embraces. That's going to be crucial for Virtus Pro against the heavy amounts of physical damage on LGD's draft. Shadow Fiend minus armor from the presence. You've got Riptide, you've got amp damage. That's the big one. The Corrosive Haze. That's where if you getting close to the enemy team, you get stunned up by a Slaughter Crush, Corrosive Haze, and SF is right-clicking you, you will melt in no time at all. See how these lanes get secured here as LGD have got numbers in this top lane. They're bringing up Naga as well. Bottom lane, just a Jug and a Nyx Assassin.
30 seconds.
Pasha's Nyx going for the boots first, likely looking to maybe pull some creep waves from behind the tier 1 tower back to his base. scouting out and seeing if anyone is going to be in the neighborhood here, thinking perhaps that LGD are going to have 3-4 heroes down here, but that's not the case. Both teams with numbers up top, and we'll see if either team can get in there to mess with this. Very strong level 1 on VP's side, I feel. Got cogs to block them out. You've got the Arctic Burn as well, but even so, they may not be able to fight this one. Slider, a strong level 1 as well. And yeah, Yao runs in, immediately repelled by the Arctic Burn. And Artsel didn't actually get him with the cogs or the battery assault. May have been able to find a kill there if he went for that. We will see 2 runes apiece. Pasha getting one of the bottom runes here for the offlane. It will be Pasha up against Arme's Juggernaut down bottom, and he is going to be looking for that wave pool. He wants to grab the creep wave. That's why he's got the boots. Arme won't even be able to blade through him down. He used the blade through to grab that first rune, in fact. So that's even still on cooldown. He will pull that wave back to his tower to secure some farm. But LGD seem to know this is happening. They don't even send support down bottom. Arme is entirely solo against this Nyx Assassin and should be able to farm just fine. It's mid lane and top lane where they're going to turn their attention. The cogs push from Artsal being used. Giving Somnus actually some souls there. It's the Clockwork on the other team giving him souls, not the one on his own team here. Actually, we'll go back to top lane. Arctic Burn was to use some harass coming out. And I'm just going for the true grab, doing what harass he can, as well as using it to secure some last hits. But already early on, SF, souls being acquired, has 4 last hits with the help of Victoria here. Artstyle needs to be careful with how he uses this cogs. Anytime you drop it down, SF can use that to get some last hits with the help of Victoria. And VP going to just try and secure these lanes. For them, they're not the team that's trying to dominate the laning stage. You've got a TA that wants to farm, a Tiny that wants levels and farm. The pressure is coming from LGD's side. They want to try and pressure that top lane, try and stop the Tiny from getting too much. And that's something that VP have to be wary of and ready for. As far as big timings go here, hopefully we'll see LGD looking for that fast blink on the slider. That's going to be one of the key things here. For VP, a lot of playmaking comes from this Clockwork. Getting a level 6. Using that. Somnus going for the kill. Gets the triple raise with the Maledict. This could be a kill. He's got another Tango here as well as a South. Can he actually survive this one? He's going to pop, and what a great combo. 3 hero raise from maybe Shadow Fiend with the Maledict level 1. They get the kill. Great setup coming out, and they've got an early kill at that. SF suddenly looking red hot in this mid lane. 14 souls already. Getting extra 28 damage from that, and that is laning stage somewhat secure. They're going to go in on top now with the stun into Riptide here. The right-click damage is not going to bring down Ramses. In fact, it's going to turn through some avalanches as well. FY has another stun soon. He's going to go in. Okay, no, thought about it. There's the ensnare here. Doesn't necessarily want to fully commit here. Needs another Riptide, and they're going to get it. And Ramses get kept alive with the Cold Embrace. Early point at level 2. Instead of the Splinter Blast, we'll save Ramses here. And now Lil looking to get FY with the Arctic Burn. Won't get in close enough. Yao back to the safety of his tower as the salve is going to be used. The slider. VP playing without their captain, without their drafter. Not looking like the lane dominating team that they often do. As far as this laning stage goes, it is Passion and 1v1. He's holding his own, getting somewhat equal CS to Arme's Juggernaut. That's kind of what you'd hope for if you're VP. You're not thinking that he's going to out-farm, but you're hoping that he can kind of break even, get some farming levels, build towards those arcane boots, which he's already got. Holding on to that third skill point. And here go VP, looking to make their first move of the game. Hello, Winter. Are you back with me? I hear you clacking away. I hear you, man. You're on Discord. You can't hide from me. Do you need a few more minutes, or you're good to go? All right. Well, we're in VP LGD. You haven't missed anything too crazy. There was a kill in mid lane. A triple raise from SF did kill the TA with a Maledict, but here's the first move from VP. They're smoked up. They're looking to head towards this mid lane. Lil on the Winter Wyvern has the Arctic Burn. Artstyle Smoke has already popped here, but they still want to go in the Shadow Fiend. It doesn't look like maybe seen him, and Artstyle going to get in close with the Battery Assault. Taps him in the cogs, and I think it should be a kill on maybe here. He breaks his way out of there. Can he get pushed? He doesn't actually get pushed by the cogs. He's going to throw raises, gets the double raise, and no one's going to die to the Maledict. He didn't even die. Oh, that's an absolutely disaster for VP. The smoke backfires, and LGD get further ahead out of this laning stage. Yeah. They're a team that normally like dominates the early game, VP. Like, they're a team that will win 2 out of 3 lanes almost every single game, and that's just not been the case in their earlier game today as well as this game. And In a best of 5, yeah. That was some CIS land. Then they got 2-0'd by EG at DreamHack. We felt like a pretty big upset. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like the game earlier today and this game, it's like, well, they're playing, and that's the thing. It's not just they have got a player missing, but it's their captain, their drafter, their main like shot caller. So that's a big deal for a team to have him missing. But the how they can fare this tournament. Top lane, FY, he's been gone on. He's been tossed back into an art style trap. Hogs are there with the battery assault. They'll bring him down. Nothing Yao can do about that one. I imagine for VP, the expectation isn't like to go to MDL and even the Summit, where they're going to with a stand-in and win these tournaments. They're probably just using this like for some kind of practice and or like pseudo downtime in some ways. That's true. Yeah. I mean, these players love playing Dota, so they're like, well, Solo needs a break. The other 4 are like, we want to still play, so they're still here to play, and definitely not here just to play for fun. They want to win and see prize money, Valve qualifying points at stake, and more than anything, no one likes losing Dota. Solo kill at bottom. Army with the Omni Slash brings down Pasha. I think he just hit level 6 because Pasha's still not even level 5, and Army gets the solo kill. That's a big kill here. Back to the top lane here. We're going to see 1 kill starting things off here. Tiny gets the Avalanche shots. He's got himself a double kill here. Can he get the 3rd FY? And scurrying himself back. Finds the bounty rune. Picking it up just yet. He wants to use those bottle charges. FY loves going for these bottles on his off lane. Back at mid, maybe. Level 5 on Shadow Fiend. Brought down the TA fairly low. He's been trapped by an Invis Clockwork. He's going to turn and fight. He's got 1 charges here. Won't get a chance to use another raise, or he may have found a kill here, but there will be a potential revenge kill from Yao. Not enough damage here, and the wand on art style keeps him alive. Nyx is rotated in mid, but is not level 6, so cannot Vendetta to initiate. Army just free farming on the jug at bottom. Yeah. Mid lane and bottom lane were won by LGD, especially with the kills. And it's going to get worse for no one. He's already died twice. Potential raises coming in. There's the first. Does get hit by the Impale, but that's not going to save his life, I don't think. Somnus, 1 more raise. Gets the kill. Gets the last as well this time. The last couple kills, I believe, yeah. Both picked up a Victoria with the Maledict. 2 points in Maledict. They really want to get those kills early on. EA's now died 3 times in 7 minutes.
Dire structures are fortified.
He's been gone. He's got a Carapace, so using raises on him not going to be the easiest thing in the world. There's the crush here. Another raise going to come out, and they're going to get this kill. FY gets the last hit, and they're getting kill after kill in this mid lane. Rotation from VP, their smoke, but it's kind of too late for this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Already the kills have happened, and Army's pressuring your tier 1. Lil gets down a couple of deep observer wards, which is a small consolation prize, but realistically they wanted to find kills out of that smoke gank.
Just what
A soldier's fortune.
The hidden ones have blessed me.
Well, we'll see if that's going to be the case for LGD. If they fall back and play that greedier style, they're rushing a drums on Shadow Fiend, so it looks like they're going to be more aggressive, thinking about pushing, taking objectives. With how well Jugger's done, he's level 9 already. I imagine they may just try and look to fight and force objectives as a kind of 5-man unit right now. Not now, but like once they get some more key items and levels. Don't necessarily need to play a greedy farm style if you're LGD. Yeah. That's gone for at least the belt, maybe not the full treads. Let's see. Yeah, I saw his net worth. I thought it was going to be quite farmed and close to his blink, but he has, like you say, a lot of small items. The bottle, the wand, the belt. One. Yep. Even now, it's so much harder for Pash to kill. He's a lot tankier. He's got 1100 HP. He's got a magic wand with 6 charges. He's not an easy game. Yep. That's the thing. You get tanky even if you die. If you buy time for your team to come get those counter kills, you're pretty happy with the result there. Smoke up, and I believe the ward pretty close to scouting that one out. Maybe, yeah, had a sliver of vision in the mid lane. Should have a good idea because it did see them kind of... It saw them before they smoke, you know? It's like they see them with the smoke. Yeah. And Ramses is hiding. He seems to have a good idea of what's going on here. Tucked away behind his T1 tower. They're showing FY in middle lane. See how long Ramses is going to patiently hide away in this T1 tower here. With 4 heroes up top, they definitely want to take this tower, if not get a kill. And yeah, it seems Arme's like, alright, let's just push. He's not going to show. I'm going to hide, says Ramses. And they scan him. They have an idea. They're pinging exactly where he is. What a good scan coming in. Can Yao find him? They're very close. He's going for the TP out. They're not going to get the vision. They ping him out too late. Ooh. Yeah, that's one of those where you can go for it and just kind of risk it. Use a big cooldown. It's such a long cooldown. 160 seconds. Yeah. And you also don't know what hero. It may just be a support. You don't actually know it's the Tiny up there. So if you find like a Wyvern, it's perhaps not worth it at that point. No one's TA getting... Yeah. TA farming stacks now. Catch up mode for no one. But the problem is you're losing towers while you do this. While you farm and catch up, you're also being scouted out. FY's invis. Can he go for this kill? With Refraction wearing off, he may just at least look for some harass here. Can he try and steal the Ancient? Yeah, he does. Gets the harass here. Top lane, meanwhile. They're going to try and initiate in. There's a 4v4 scenario brewing here. Pasha's invis with a Vendetta. There is a Sensual right on top of the tower. There's the hook shot in. Artstyle going to find the Witch Doctor. Can he get off the cast kind of thing? The song is there, but he's still going to die to the battery assault. Oh, not the result the Witch Doctor was hoping for. And LGD say, let's get out. We did some good damage there. We don't have Slaughter. He's firing up his blink. This is not our timing just yet.
I'll take that as tribute.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Death and good are linked. Quickly.
And LGD have done very well in the laning stage, so if they want to press that advantage, going for these more fighting items is definitely the way to do it. They recognize they are going to be very strong when Slaughter completes this Blink Dagger. Exactly what they're giving him space in the mid lane to do. There's 200 more gold to get there. Clockwork in the mid, perhaps trying to set up on something here. Not sure he can find too much. Great vision. The Dire Ward's very aggressive here, but the problem with VP is they can't really play that aggressive around it because no one's still trying to farm on his TA. So they've got this great deep aggressive wards, but they can't actually find too many picks with it. What do VP need? I mean, VP, are they going to be able to fight anytime soon? Are there any big items for them?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, another smoke. This one definitely scouted. They were right under that observer ward when they popped it, and this is one of those games LGD will go back and be like, man, those deep observer wards without smokes really punished us. They may just end up taking Roche instead. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. No trap inside the pit. Potentially trying to jump into the mid lane. The Blink Dagger initiation, definitely the thing to be worried about. No one is the hero with Refraction already up. Not the ideal target to jump. Oh, he misses the hook! Artstyle, he's being blinked on. The Crush is there as well with the Ensnare. Can they bring him down here? Doesn't look like they're going to go and follow this one up here. Yao's got no sleep for 5 more seconds. He's going to be punished for this one. One kill going VP's way, and in goes Arme on the Juggernaut. He's been stunned up. He needs to get a Blade Fury off. He barely gets kept alive. 1 or 2 more right clicks could finish him off. The Healing Ward gets sniped here, so they're not going to have that tool for them. The Requiem thrown by Maybe. And for Ramses here, does not have the Corrosive Haze to work around, and the Cogs completely blocking his chase. Really well placed by Artstyle here. The Impale folds it up here. Instead, they're going to go on no one here, who's going to absolutely tear them apart. With the Desolator already complete, he does die as he gets a couple of kills for his team. A pretty even trade in the end. perhaps slightly favoring VP, who are looking for more here. SF is in a 1v3 fight here. This is perhaps a few too many heroes for him, but he's got the drums here, and they're actually going to look to set up, perhaps. Raze is coming. One raise, second raise. Not going to come immediately. The Carapace was there. Maybe going to turn. Needs to get the hell out of here. Has drum charges, but he's been brought down. LGD thought they could fight off of that sleep. They were dead wrong here. They're going to get completely torn apart because of it, at least losing the Shadow Fiend. It's not going to be any more. Pasha himself chasing too far, trying to TP himself out of there. Is there anything to cancel this one? The Blink Crush could have gone for it. He's going to go for a different target. It's the Tiny instead, the bigger target, FY. Making the correct call if he gets this kill, and he should be able to get it. No, the hook shot art style saves the day, catches him in place, gets the Tiny back to safety, and Slater FY is probably saying, dang it, I shouldn't have gone for that Tiny. Because he did not manage to bring him down and gets completely punished for that mistake. Yeah. It's that, or you get the offlaner who's not very farmed. This Nyx is not doing particularly well this game. Well. Yeah. Man, Artstyle's doing insanely well this game. He is 5-1 and 4. He's almost completed his 4 stuff with his treads. Big impact coming out from the clockwork.
What?
Radiant are
Yeah.
scanning.
I'll take that.
Nyx's Blink Dagger almost completed. So you mentioned key items for VP being that Blink on Nyx and maybe initiate the Shadow Blade on Tiny. He's switched up. He's going for a Blink as well. So we're going to see double Blinks on VP. Probably triple. Yeah, TA's also got that Blink queued up. They're going to have a lot of initiation potential coming up very, very soon.
Are scanning.
Smoke from LGD.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, smoked up. Not going in for the Roshan. Those deep wards end up, Winter, really paying off. 2 smokes scattered out because of it. LGD. This one, I believe, not scattered out. Maybe smoke does
Dire's structures
get popped, I believe, by the clockwork there in mid lane. Or maybe he actually attacked. Okay. Natsal hookshot in, catches 2 in the cogs here. The setup going to lead to a 2-hero impale here, but they haven't got the damage to bring down the Shadow Fiend without the Tiny there.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. If they had an avalanche toss, yeah. I praise Artsal too much and he perhaps leads his team into, not really their demise, it's only him who ends up going down, but it does set up a very quick and easy Roshan for LGD, who are instantly in the pit getting the Shadow Fiend and Aegis. Too late is Pasha, who was smoked up. Ramsey's making signs that he wanted to contest that one, but unable to do so. His Blink Dagger now arriving. That's what they were waiting for before they fight, but unfortunately was not ready for that mid-fight.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, the Impale though. They paired the Impale with the Curse, so he wasn't actually getting hit by the Shadow Fiend. In comes Ramsey, the Blink, Tiny toss. They're going to get the kill initially. No sleep for you, and the Sana going down as well. Turning around his maybe Shadow Fiend. It's getting blocked by the cogs a little bit here. Artstyle, perhaps in a rough spot here. Hookshot himself out there. Artstyle's still alive. He's going to survive his way through this one. Juggernaut, Omnislash, not getting any kills for the team, and well, VP, despite being up against the Aegis, managed to put together a fantastic fight with their Blink Daggers here. Ramsey's bursting the Naga Siren. They're going to shrine up and perhaps look for another fight even. Feels like LGD, you know, they're taking these objectives, getting Roshan and Aegis, but VP still look very scary right now with all the items they've got. Their ability to burst down these LGD supports specifically, even the Sliders, feels a lot squishier now that these Blink Daggers are up. Yep. Let's see if that's going to be something that costs them in the long run here. They are perhaps going to look to fight around this Aegis here. Maybe Manta Style about to be completed as well. He's level 14. One of the stronger heroes in this game right now, but the big comeback story is no one's TA. He was 0-3 in the laning stage, struggling to farm, but like a TA often does, you give her a bit of space, she will farm Ancients, stack Ancients, and suddenly catch up with one good team fight, and that's exactly what's happened for Solo. Oh, mid lane, they've caught maybe. He has got the Aegis here, but can they kill him twice here? They'll bring him down once. Sleep is there as a counter initiation tool. They don't get the ensnare on the Clockwork. The full staff getting Artstyle back to safety, and it's a quick and easy snipe onto the SF's Aegis, and they are charging towards top lane. Ramses. Uh-oh. As he's stuck around a bit too long here, he's got a blink TP. Ramses in the trees here. Can they get him in time with a blink crush? It's there, but he's not going to go for it. Oh, half a second too late. Guessed wrong. Did not find him with the crush. You say you knew his limit, but if FY was a bit luckier or just guessed differently, he could have very easily died there. Yeah, that's true.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They saw him. They see him blink, but they don't know if he TPs immediately or if he keeps running, for example. Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Say that no one gets cold feet. Off to the side, Tiny goes in for a combo. Can he get the kill? It looks like Arme will barely survive. But now with the healing ward out, he's still alive. Could turn an Omni Slash. He's got one charges to work around here. Arme thinking about going in. Here's, oh, a great curse onto the slider. That's going to stop the chase. It won't be enough to get the kill here. Arme wants to press forward. Tiny barely surviving. The Maledict not enough to bring him down. FY goes in, gets the crush, but no detection. The TP coming in. Oh, God, that's a dead Witch Doctor. Not where you want to be TPing into, my friend. Victoria gets instantly sniped here. No one. Again, where's... Okay, there's the detection. They've got a sentry this time. They'll bring down the TA. Finally, they punish the TA's meld. And, oh, Sleep. Looks like they tried to catch a TPing hero, but a split second too late. Oh, no. Gonna get away, but the sprint from FY, is this gonna be enough to chase him down? FY wants the kill. He was trying to chase further, but Artstyle was there, and instead he's gonna have to retreat. Coming in is Yao. Artstyle has already used the full stuff here. Should be in trouble. Nice 2-hero impale from Pasha. Keeps Artstyle alive a little bit longer, and Yao's in some trouble here. 2-hero crush from FY. Both teams hitting fantastic initiations, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade to start things off here. Can Pasha find more? A Blink Impale could be coming in a couple of seconds here. Arme's got an Omni Slash as well as a Blade Gear, so not a hero you want to be fighting into. And FY in the trees gets himself out of there. Very back and forth game so far.
Radiant's middle
That's good against the... And the Manta's also good against the Omni Slash, which I like, so... Does seem like a good opportunity. No one tries to bait out the bounty runes in the meld, but not going to be the case. SF not looking for it. SF with some backup here. Lil's warding deep in the enemy jungle here, but being somewhat scouted out by a Radiant ward as well, so... His presence is known to LGD, who are going to focus on the top lane. They found no one with the initiation. The hookshot is going to save his life. No one force up, so he gets caught in a cold embrace. This is going to heal him up a little bit, but he could still be in some trouble here. Yao, luckily for VP, does not have a sleep now. The cast going to bounce between two. A great cast coming in from Victoria. No one's still in trouble. The cast comes back with a Maledict. Yao wants this kill, but he's not going to be able to get it. The refraction helps him blink out of there. TA will barely survive for the time being here. Another blink crush. FY gets inside the cogs, setting up for SF to get a kill. And oh, they sniped no one. He did die to the Maledict in the enemy base in the end. What's happening bottom lane? Tiny is on the high ground with a tree. He is doing some good damage here to the tier 3 tower. May even look to go back in. As we will see VP lose their tier 2 top tower here. And the problem is for Ramses, FY's here with a crush in another couple of seconds, but he's not going to be able to go for this kill. TPs to the shrine, not going to happen. And actually, LGD say, let's go high ground. 33 seconds without a TA. They want to break the base. Can VP defend this one, Winter? Might be tough. Waiting perhaps for the Clockwork hookshot in 5 seconds. LGD respecting the respawns. Going to back off.
Loaded to the gills.
Yeah. He had good intentions, but yeah, especially when it's a level 1 Cold Embrace, it's not going to heal you all that much, so if he just let no one keep running, it would have probably been fine for him. Are they going to go for Tiny or Nyx? Yeah, they want the Tiny. They get him with the Crush. He's going to get instantly taken out and deleted. In the mid lane, they may find Nyx as well. He blinks out just in time to sleep. Ooh. Used to try and catch him, but not going to do so, as Pasha ready to set up, but not really much you can set up for. Without the Tiny, they haven't got that burst potential. He's going to snipe the healing ward. Nice little grab, but they are fully healed up, so not the biggest deal. As Ame actually tanks the tower with that creep wave, and it's going to arrive. Slider looking to maybe set up again. They're actually going to swing towards top lane. They get the creeps in the base, and they're going top. Are they just going to go for this push? VP already set up to defend now. Yeah. It's a pretty decent matchup as well for the Jug being against like a Tiny. He's got the Omni Slash, so he can go and fight close Blade Fury as well, so not the easiest matchup for Tiny to play. Smoke from VP, who are they going to find? Naga is there with all her illusions. Catches sight of Lil. Maybe it's going to be Yao getting jumped on though. VP on the low ground here. They're going to find another target. It's the Jug. Can they burst him down here? The Crush is there. Going to keep him alive for a bit longer. Ame gets the Blade Fury out of there with the healing ward. Oh, Ame, well, Strikey's going to ban to dodge it. Okay. He gets out of there just fine for now. Slider's being thrown up in the air. The North is going to be a Winter's Curse. That's going to get... Oh, Witch Doctor low. It brings him down in the end as well. Somna's going to drop through the Requiem in just a second. Wait for that Carapace at the end. Does end up getting it off. He's lost 2 teammates though. Tiny going to go down as well. Pasha goes down to the amp damage with the SF right clicks as well. Somnus wants to chase, looking for no one here. He's got a Skadi. That attack and movement speed slow. Very hard to deal with. Pops a Manta as well to try and fight into this Clockwork. Yao may need to help out his buddy. Somnus is somewhat alone here. He needs help. He's trying to go on the Clockwork, but he can't get the kill. He's going to bring down Lil instead. Somnus still alive, maybe. Somehow turning and fighting. He drops the Death Requiem. Brings down one as he dies. It's a 4-for-4 trade. No one is still fairly low here. Should be okay. Just Naga Illusions chasing him down. Has a blink in a second, and we'll get out of there. What a bloody fight that was. It is VP with the gold win out of it, and perhaps a bit extra space out of it as TA gets more room to farm. We're seeing this Jug get jumped quite a lot. He doesn't actually die from the burst, but he got more or less taken out of the fight. And having that Jug get so low early on really hurting LGD's ability to continue taking the fight. The fight was really all over the place too, which was perhaps more to VP's favor when they've got heroes like TA who can just clean up if your enemy is split apart. Yeah. Ooh. They catch Pasha. They get him hit by the Corrosive Haze, but he's going to use it off. Important to not have vision on yourself as a Nyx, especially if your opponents are trying to take Roshan here. That's why not getting the Corrosive Haze immediately didn't actually break the Linken's first on Roshan. The Trap's going to scout this one out as they instantly remove it, but here come VP. They've got a Winter's Curse at their disposal. They're just going to sleep for it. Safety first, say LGD. They get Aegis, they get Cheese. They likely want to back off. We'll see if VP try and fight into this one. They're going to catch out Ramses in the mid lane. His Blink's been cancelled. He's got a Manta to dodge the Ensnare as well as get rid of that Corrosive Haze. Army in the front lines needs to be careful. Manta dodges some of the damage. He's got the Aegis though. They're going to look to bring down Pasha first. Maybe throws the race, finishes them off. In the back lines is Armor. He's Shadow Bladed up. He's got an Omni Slash as well. Goes in with that Omni Slash. Oh, nice Blink dodge. Had the Refraction up. Wasn't taking damage here. They're still chasing, looking for more. They're going to catch Artstyle instead. VP just getting ran at by LGD. He gets the hookshot out here, but it's still going to be enough damage from LGD with the race to bring him down. And LGD have found themselves a couple of kills, and they still have the Aegis and Cheese at their disposal to fight with. LGD may just want to try and force high ground if they can find a pick. Waiting for that song cooldown, perhaps, is Yao. 40 seconds to go on that. Has the completed Spirit Vessel. Bottom lane, Jug is actually a bit alone here. Shadow Blades into the already invisible Lil.
Loaded to the gills.
I believe Arme may be recognizing that he is in a somewhat vulnerable position. Not going to find the Ancients, although Pasha does now scout him out with his invis. I mean, just let's be annoying, says Pasha. Throw a mana burn, run away. Jug is a very mana-dependent hero. You can burn that mana, may prevent him getting off an Omni Slash or a Healing Ward in a team fight. Just allowing you to spam it a lot more. Yeah, Mana Burn's going to do a lot of damage to SF. Maybe he's on the high ground at top without the backdoor protection. It's a tier 3 tower taken. They've done a very good job pushing that wave in through mid and then just poking their noses at the top lane. Bottom lane, Tiny as he's going for the TP out. The sleep catches him just barely. Oh, Ramses. They're pinging, yeah. Nicely played. Yao. Catching him this time with the sleep. They'll throw an Omni Slash to make sure they get the kill. Missed an opportunity to do that top, but he makes up for it with that kill. That's a big kill on a VP carry. They do use a couple of ultimates, but ultimately not the end of the world for them. And then top lane, they're going in looking for no one here. Ooh, Death Orb was even throwing. Victoria. Oh, he's got Winter's Curse committed. They'll bring down the Witch Doctor. Art style sniping the kill and everything. Okay. Pasha maybe going to regret going for that rune here. The hook shot onto a teammate, Art style. Trying to press his advantage forward, but he's now used hook and force stuff. He's got no escape. He could be in some trouble here. One raise, 2, 3. Gets the triple raise here. Impale going to save Artstyle's life for now. 1 or 2 more right clicks could finish him off. Can maybe get the chase. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Instead, he switches target. Goes for no one. Actually switches back to Lil. So hard to get these kills. BP are just kiting LGD around. Lil could not get the blink off. The Spirit Vessel going to cancel it even further. The Riptide, the initial reason that he got caught as well. And Lil gets taken out here. Top lane. VP are using their spells and items very well to kind of kite LGD around, but ultimately they're not really posing a big enough threat to any of the LGD heroes.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
It seems they're using them more defensively to save it. They're constantly using these stuns to save someone, but never to get kills. Which ultimately is maybe going to lead to LGD getting this top lane of Rax. Melee Rax is going to go down. No glyph available, and it's VP who can really just sit and watch. They need that Winter's Curse. It's such an important teamfighting tool. SF has still got a cheese to play around. Aegis as well will be expiring in about 25 seconds here. Arme really look for a chance to use it. Will look to be the case. So VP, they lose a lane of Rax, but do have an opportunity to perhaps look to move out aggressively now that the Aegis is expired. Or about to. Okay, catching the slider here. Arme's gone in heads first. He wants to use this Aegis. Got to be very careful about this. Could be expiring any second here. Oh, there's the Aegis down, and they've got a great Winter's Curse. They're going to try and bring down the slider, but the sleep is there as a counter-initiation tool. Well played here. The Requiem being thrown. Somnus, he gets it cancelled by the hook shot. Artsal keeping alive a bit longer. Nice stunts here. They're trying to burst down the Jug. Can he get the Omni Slash off? No, instead he goes for the Blade Fury, trying to keep himself back alive. Arme, considering going back in, needs to maybe think twice because of how low he is. On the backlines, it is going to be an Omni Slash used defensively, just keep himself alive. It's going to be an Impale. Missed time though, Arme. Oh, he's still going to get chased down here. Okay, just barely getting the kill. FY stuns himself into a Carapace. He's now dead as well. VP with Pasha's great Nyx play in TA. starting to get some items. They are turning this game somewhat around here, even though they are down a Rex. Very good play on the backlines by Pasha's Nixon. That sets up a couple of kills for them, including a very farm Jug kill. How winnable is this game from behind Winter? Like, is VP, if they kind of stall it out, get some items in a winnable position for them? I guess, like, how likely? Like, is it, like, are they okay being down a lane of Rax, or is this still a very hard game for them?
Boom! There it goes.
Yep. I think a lot of that's reflected in Tiny's net worth. He is really far behind the other 3 carries in this game. He doesn't have the farm, perhaps, to do the physical damage, which is one of the biggest problems for him right now. But we'll see him maybe be the target of this LGD smoke gank. They see him at this top lane. Can they get there in time before he backs off? Ramses, uh-oh, you've stayed too long, my friend. Can Manta off the amp, and Ramses instantly gets hit by the Shiver's Guard, so they know exactly where he is. Trying to cancel that Blink Dagger to make sure he doesn't get out. Yeah, they'll bring him down, and this could set up another high ground push. Ooh, I mean, he needs to be careful not to get caught while this is going on. He's already headed back mid. I'm sure he can kill a TA. They haven't got the mid creep wave. They've got a creep wave in the top lane, so Amp's still going to be looking to fight. Completed is the butterfly on Shadow Fiend. Doesn't look like they're really pushing this. Mid creep wave is not even being addressed. It looks like they're just going to go in with the top creep wave. No one pushes the Shadow Fiend back and says, "Get out of my base." Doing some good damage to bring him down to half health. So Tiny given a bit of room to respawn here, despite getting caught out in the top lane.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Yeah. I gotta take the shrines instead. Safety first. Say LGD. Take those shrines. Get map control. They've got a lot of wards right outside VP's base.
It's off.
Yeah. They've got a gem on Yao, so they're trying to maintain that vision. He's even got a Blink Dagger, so just to help with the positioning for the Song of the Siren. Doesn't have to be as close and put himself in as much danger. We'll see VP now move out with Tiny respawning there, trying to set up to help themselves get this next Roshan. The trap is in the pit, so they're going to know when Rosh respawns immediately. Something LGD have to be very wary of.
Loaded to the gills.
At some point, LGD have to be worried about. I mean, VP, if they go missing off the map for too long, they could try and sneak a Rosh themselves. TA has an MKB now, so that's going to help a lot as far as actually bursting through the Shadow Fiend. Speaking of Shadow Fiend, he's about to hit level 25. Either a big burst in his damage with the damage per soul, or the cooldown reduction. Although, given his items, you think cooldown reduction?
Are fortified.
Yeah. Yep. Sure. It's also going to help with like your BKB when he has that queued up, so you've got a much shorter cooldown on your BKB.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, Artsel went for the snipe. He's not going to get it. He's going to pay for it with his life as well, and well, that perhaps put VP in a very exposed position. Pasha, oh, he's walked into a sentry. Pasha's next. One by one. LGD are going to pick apart VP here with Aegis and Cheese. Nothing for Ramses to do except split push this top lane, and you can't do so particularly quickly with a tier 2 tower standing in his way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, they may be able to do so here, but the Wyvern's there as well. Winter's Curse on the slider does not catch the Juggernaut in it, though. I mean, Lil will escape with the Blink Dagger. Yep. I guess they weren't in a... I mean, to the extent they're in a rush to push, they're not. Like, they have Aegis and Cheese for another 4.5 minutes. They did have the pickoffs, though, and that's where it felt like pushing while those heroes were down may have been to their advantage. But they fall back, they're going to reset, push out their lanes, and then look for another pickoff, or perhaps just a more focused push.
I'll take that. Double damage.
And look what time it is, Winter. It's 40 minutes in, double runes coming out, double damage on Ame. This is where those runes can make or break a game. Oh, the SF, yeah. I think he must be unsure himself. He goes Daedalus, so I want to say he's going to go the damage for Solieri. If he got BKB, I'd be like, okay, cooldown reduction, maybe good. Yeah. The crazy thing with those like 40 and 50% cooldown reductions is like it's your items. Like Drow Ranger has I think 50% at level 25, and when you have like BKB and Hurricane Pike, suddenly those items have these like 4 or 5 second cooldowns. Shadowblade, same thing. It makes you so much stronger with some of those items that you rely on as a carry. Oh, man. Getting hit by that mana burn. So annoying for him to push into the mana burn. He's not even going to have enough mana for a Omni Slash at this rate. I saw Lil going forward. I was like, what is he up to? Is he looking for a Winter's Curse? No. He wants to just snipe the healing one. Oh. LGD being very, very patient. They've still got a couple of minutes on this Aegis. Cheese on the Slaughter in the front lines. He's got money for the BKB if he wants to buy it, but won't get to him immediately if they're trying to push right this second. Again, seeing maybe on the front lines, trying to chip at this tower. So difficult to do so. Winter's Curse to the side. They're going to catch the Witch Doctor. Will it bring it down? The Solar Crest there as well as the Sleep. Victoria barely survives. The Sleep's now going to set up a nice little fight. Maybe he's going to... Okay, thinks about the Requiem. Doesn't go for it. Crush now going to catch Lil. He gets one shot by the SF. Oh, that crit instantly takes him out. The Cheese going to help maybe be kept alive here. Looks like VP are well and truly on the back foot now. They haven't got the Winter's Curse as well. Army on the front lane does not have mana, though. He can't actually use his Omni Slash. Doesn't look like he's going to need it. Art Style getting brought very, very low. 1 or 2 more right clicks to finish him off, but it's not there, and they're actually going to kill the SF. LGD are being repelled here. Army's being pushed back as well. He's got an Aegis, but he could just die twice if he's not careful. No one. Is he going to go chasing for this one? Can't blink immediately. And it's got the Corrosive Haze on him as well. It looks like LGD will disengage, just losing the Shadow Fiend, but that's a big loss for them. They really need that BKB on him. More importantly, Jug needs to get off an Omni Slash. He's just getting mana burnt. It feels like Army needs like a Blink Dagger or something on his Jug so he can actually just Blink Omni Slash someone, because right now he can't use his spells. Oh. Let's see where he goes. Yeah, you Blink Crush, Jug can Blink Omni Slash. He's even got an Abyssal, so he can lock down the hero he's Omni Slashing to stop them like full staffing or using spells. Yes. Top lane. FY. Found by the Nyx and brought down. FY is actually on which hero? Well, he changed his mind to a Shadow Blade. He's got that queued up now. He had the BKB queued up, but seems he values the pickoff more, perhaps. Well, hard game to finish for LGD. VP are hanging on, posing a big threat going into the late game. Ramsey's Tiny starting to get up there. He's got the AC now, but it still feels like he's got a long way to go to be a true late game carry. Feels like the other heroes, like the Nyx is doing so well this game. Picking up another big late game item. Nyx's Aghanim Scepter has been completed, so he can just sit in that burrow now, throwing mana burns, impales. Very, very annoying. That extra mana burn range and impale range. Very, very potent.
I'll leave them all in my wake.
Yeah. Let's go to Lincoln's now. I like the Lincolns. True. Yeah, we've seen the Wyvern be very annoying in these fights. But yeah, Jug gets a Lincoln, so he's got mana regen, but more importantly, can block some of those mana burns. This is really being picked up, mostly for the mana burn. Also does help against the Winter's Curse, although typically Jug is not the target of that Winter's Curse. It's going to be the supports, the Slider, the Naga, or the Witch Doctor. Oh, I agree. I think the Lincolns... You could sell the Shadowblade and get a Blink, and I think he's a lot scarier in these fights with the Blink instead of this Shadowblade. It's one of those things, like, as a carry, you bought this item, you don't want to sell it. Like, that feels like you wasted your money, but what we're seeing in this game is this Shadowblade's... Yeah, the Shadowblade's offering him nothing. Yeah. You accept you screwed up, you tank that loss, you know? You lose 1,400 gold selling your Shadowblade, that's okay. Well, that's an acceptable loss, considering how much farm he has. It will go unnoticed. Ooh. Yeah, that is a interesting item choice. He kept yeah, it's funny, he had the BKB, then he had the Shadowblade, now he's finally settled on the Halberd. I did not know what he wanted to build. Illusion's gonna just slowly chip at this tier 3 tower. Not the patches of old where you can just send illusions at the enemy. Naga with the Vlads now for the team, so getting all those support items. Anything to try and tip the scales. But yeah, LGD really slowing this game down. Waiting for Roshan. Waiting for that next potential big fight. And Roshan, there we go. Respawning now. Hasn't been scouted out immediately by either team. Hard for VP to contest this one. Are they gonna have... They're gonna have double refresher shot Winter. How team fight changing can that be? They haven't used... Jug still has a refresher shot. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Players here.
Yep. It's looking pretty decent. You scout out Pasha there walking in. Doesn't look like they want to go for Roshan immediately. Feels like, yeah. The Roshan? No. They will now. It's crazy. They gave Jug this refresher shot, but he's not getting... He hasn't even used Omni Slash, I feel like, once in the last 20 minutes because of his mana situation. And his Blink Dagger situation. Yeah. That's the thing. That's what LGD is struggling with, is taking objectives. Yep. One refresher on Naga, one on the Jug still. Jug with a DD, but can he actually hit the buildings with this is going to be the big question. SF. That's the other thing. Last time the SF didn't have the Aegis. He's the one kind of hitting the buildings, and fortunately they had the Aegis on the Jug, who can't really move up too well in these fights. That's going to be perhaps the tricky part. By the way, SF still did not go for the BKB. There's the sleep. He's trying to catch him. Yep. Sleeping them, going for the racks. There's the glyph. He hasn't refreshed just yet. He may need to. They're going to do what damage they can. They get the tier 3 tower. FY stuns up one. I think at this point, if you're LGD, you may not want to team fight. You may just want to back off and reset. Oh, great curse. Brings down the Witch Doctor. That's what I hate to see when you're a support. Somnus, maybe on the high ground, drops a Requiem, not doing a whole lot of damage. The Omnislash still going to go out. He gets the Abyssal as well. No one gets kept alive by the Cold Embrace. So hard to get off these Omnislashes here. Ame gonna turn and blade through. He has got the Refresher chart in his backpack though, not looking to use it. It's not immediately. Maybe on the front lines. Has got a Satanic as well. There's another sleep. Is he gonna go mid? No. Nope. What's he looking to do? Where's Refresher? There we go. Another Omnislash coming out. Goes onto Artstar. It's going to bounce through the creep wave. Not doing a whole lot of damage. And this does not look good for LGD. LGD getting taken apart one by one. It's a 5v2 scenario. Army's going to get out of there. SF, there's nowhere to run. He's got a cheese, but no point using that one. Hey, hey, hey.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I mean, I guess in their heads it's like, well, it's 4v5, but it's, you know, it's the Witch Doctor you're missing, but... The Witch... Yeah.
I'll take that as tribute.
How reminiscent of is this of the Navi game from earlier? LGD, you know, ahead. He finished the Satanic instead, which is, it really feels like a necessary item to push is these BKBs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
Go behind Winter. It sounds like he needs a an item like a Blink Dagger, perhaps.
Radiant structure.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah. So they could have gotten the racks if he went for instantly a second sleep. LGD now going to start losing their base here. They've got buybacks. Will they use them though? Naga sleep up in 5 seconds with her respawn. SF the one with buyback. Tiny going to go in looking for the Witch Doctor. Doesn't quite get the kill here. As VP will get a melee racks in mid. Chased away by LGD. That doesn't look like they're going to commit for any big kills here. There they are. Could have waited for the... I mean, that's the other thing. If they didn't want to use the Refresher shot, they could have just waited for Song to cool down. But... Yep. Well, that was a fight with Aegis, Cheese, and double Refresher shot, and LGD got more or less team wipe just for a tier 3 tower, so... Yes, Jug and Naga both did. Jug's second on Omnislash was just as ineffective as his first. If he had it, he could just blink on Wyvern. Like, the second you see Wyvern, just blink Crush and blink Omni. Yeah. Yep. Well. What LG to do. It doesn't look like Ame's feeling like it's the problem, because he's going to go for other items. He's got a Moonshot queued up, picked up a Nullifier as well. Getting fed up with all these items, countering him. Still low, do some D-warding. Oh, didn't actually finish off that D-ward. And it feels like LGD, maybe the strat is just going to be sleep and go for the buildings. We can't win these fights, we're getting kited around. Let's just avoid the fight and take objectives instead. Here you go, VP. They're smoked up. No scouting from LGD. They're sending out Naga illusions. But those are not going to find VP right away. VP, can they find someone like the Juggernaut? Better yet, the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend does not have buyback. Ooh, Pasha gets scattered out and will quickly scurry away. So VP's presence now known, but VP themselves may look to fight this one. Instead, they're going to go for the Shrines. Ramses has completed that butterfly you mentioned, and he is... well and truly in that late game stage. Double damage now for TA. They've got the traps, they scouted all these runes, and they set themselves up for success by taking some of these runes. Can they burst someone in this mid lane? Pasha with the potential Impale to set things up. FY doesn't get the Blink Crush. He gets hit by an Impale, or a Yule into an Impale. Blink. No Avalanche used initially. Gonna get him with the Silence now as well. There's the sleep. Yao, can he set up, turn this fight around? Maybe he's going to queue up the BKB Requiem. Can he do the damage here? Tiny pops a Manta Style. He's getting bursted down though. Maybe. Needs to be careful. It's the TA who goes down first. He had a double damage. Perhaps a bit overconfident. The BKB from maybe full 10 seconds. Winning LGD a fight. All it took was buying a BKB Winter. I mean, that was the item, you know, he couldn't get stunned, he was able to stand there, hold his ground. You know, just busting your chops. Busting Maybe's chops, you know, this guy's like one of the best mid players in the world. Who am I to flame him? Yeah. Every Dota player has those games where you decide in your mind early on you don't need a BKB, and because of that you're too stubborn. Yeah. Getting things like the Satanic and the Daedalus over it. The good thing is he had a 10-second... Most of the time you don't have a 10-second BKB at 55 minutes in. That is something quite rare for a carry. Strategic. Yeah, you know, strategically playing for the 60-minute fight where he wants to have that 10-second BKB at 60 minutes. Meanwhile, TA, 5-second BKB. Yeah.
How many blades am I holding up?
That's true.
Radiant
Here we go. LGD smoked up, pressing forward. Where's that buyback says? TA did buy back, as did the Winter Wyvern after that last fight. So they got the buybacks out. Pasha, bottom lane, needs to be a bit careful here. He's going to TP. Yeah. Only Tiny on the Dire side has buyback. For LGD, both carries have buyback. No Boots of Travel though, so SF, if he does buy back, can't actually TP back in. Not sure where his boots ended up. Alright, why not? Yeah, I mean, you've got Butterfly, you can boost your movement speed a bit through that. Also, being an Agi hero, you get that movement speed. Not a bad option. Jug, look at Jug. Well, he doesn't have boots. That's actually slow. He's an Agi hero, but he does not move very fast right now. He doesn't have a blink. He doesn't have boots. I don't know about this. Yeah. It's a bit dubious. Especially given how so. If he had like a ton of movement speed, like Butterfly, Boots of Travel, and was max movement speed, like okay, you know, you can get in for a good Omni Slash, but he's waddling. He's a little penguin. LGD perhaps looking for another pickoff now. Or even waiting for this Roche. Roche is back in 45 seconds if they want to get themselves another potential Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard. Yeah. Alright, Winter. The important questions. So, recent patch. You know, second Roshan you get Cheese, third Roshan you get Refresher Shard. Next patch, what do you get for the fourth Roshan? What big item? Okay, that's okay. I was thinking Roshan drops a Rapier for the fourth Roshan. Fifth Roshan, then. Hear me out. Fifth Roshan. Why not? At that point, you're 80 minutes in. Throw a Rapier into the game. Like, sounds fun to me. No? Okay, so fourth Roshan will be a BKB, like a one-time BKB use, and the fifth Roshan will be a Rapier. Teams will start picking Ursa and stuff, trying to get 5 Roshes really fast. Yeah. It can be a Rapier, Winter, it can be a Rapier that drops on, like, on when you die, you don't have it, but it doesn't go to the other team. I like the sounds of it. Yeah. Alright, here we go. LGD, no Rapiers needed, they are ready to go high ground. Yep, they caught him. Where's the glyph? It is available. Okay. They're only just now in the buildings. They took a bit of time. There's the glyph. Is he going for those? He didn't refresh. He's waiting for the cooldown. No, that's good. They force glyph. That doesn't matter. Next time they're going to have double sleep and no glyph though. Maybe. Unclear. 60 minutes in, LGD. I mean, they're 0-2. They threw a game against Na'Vi. I mean, Na'Vi played very well and made a big comeback, but it was a game that was LGD's to kind of win. Or to lose in that case. And I think there definitely is probably some level of tilt going on in this team right now. Jug going to push up bottom with his illusions. Yeah. Jug's got a haste. He's good. Oh, Ahmed, pick her back! Pick up the haste! He didn't pick up the haste. He was right by it. Okay, he's going back now. Yeah, I was like, go this way. There we go. They got the haste. Now, perhaps they'll go high ground. Pasha's staying in mid lane, but the threat is, like you mentioned, you sleep in mid and then you get bottom racks. The main thing is, though, if VP lose bottom racks, they're still well in this game. Losing a second lane of racks is not GG. It's one step closer. Yeah. Then they'll start using sleep to take your tier 4s, and they'll start using sleep to take your throne. They need to catch as many heroes with sleep. Winter, here they're going. They're smoking through top. What? Are they trying to start a fight then, rather than use the sleep here? Oh, they dropped a ward. Is that on a sentry? No. It's by a double dire ward. I was about to say, I thought that was a dire sentry, but... just waiting. Waiting for the perfect initiation here. They see the wyvern. Can they jump the wyvern? Lil, they pop it. Oh, he dodges it. Lil, too fast for them. No, they gotta reset. They're in a bad spot here. Oh, Ame. He's not in a... He's in a spot where he wants to take a tier 3 tower. LGD, time to maybe use their whispering voice and put them to sleep, like you said. Use that song. Who? LGD? I think they're trying. That's a bit harsh. Yeah. Oh, he's... yeah. He's got 2, so... use 1, perhaps. In goes Ame. You can just play Fury hit, it looks like. Gets the range tracks a bit lower. Oh my god. SF? Oh god, SF's dead! The BKBTA brought him down, okay. Well. The song was used, but it was not to push. The TA got the BKB off, and they're going to get some more out of this, perhaps. Ame, he's so slow. He can't move. He's going to die once and probably twice. Is there a second song, Winter? Oh, they're going to buy back the jug. They get the curse off here, though. No second song used just yet. He can refresh and sleep if he wants to. He's not going to do it. Okay, he wants to hold on to it. They want to turn and fight here. The buyback. Is this going to be enough for the Shadow Fiend coming back into the fight here? There's the song. Yeah, deciding now is the time. Ramses. Okay, Omniside. Oh, no, the sleep. It wore off just... well, it started on the Tiny because of the BKB wearing off. FY's getting low. He's going to get brought down. The Jug is low now as well. He's got no ages this time. He's going to die. No, he's not. He's barely alive. Gets brought down by the last slash. TA has no buyback. What a clowny-ass game, Winter. SF gets a couple more kills. Both teams just chewing through buybacks like no tomorrow. Those buybacks don't mean a thing. TA doesn't have buyback. She bought a refresher instead and didn't even use the refresher. How does TA not have buyback? I don't know. I don't know. Pasha's on the high ground trying to defend. SF, he's got no BKB, but the Nullify, well, the Nullify is also stopping him using it. Can't mant out either. Death Ward going to propel them even further back. Okay. Jug, he's down. He bought back too. That's a dieback.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
You're not done, Winter. You've... oh, they got both tier 4s. Okay, they sleep and go for the throne is what I'm hearing.
Barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Loaded to the gills.
Yeah. What? He wants to team fight, heal his team. Oh no. Well, kind of take stock of where we're at. Both teams down one lane of Rex and a tier 3 tower. We're pretty even as far as buildings remaining go. The tier 4s. Nagas. Yeah. Well, and the way Dota works is, like, often when you initiate, you're trying to burst down a hero. So that hero will just instantly die if you go on them. If you execute your initiation properly. Damage isn't being spread evenly. Like, it's good in maybe against, like, a Veno ulti, but that's, like, a very specific scenario. Yeah. They're against a lineup that's going to try and focus one target down. For the Naga. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Even another halberd could have been very useful. Oh, smoke up from both teams here. VP are pressing forward here. It's FY in the foreground. Lil Smoke going to pop here. They're going to get the Blink Crush. Only catches Artsal. Ramses goes in. He's going to BKB. Not going to pop it immediately. Does go for it now. Victoria is throwing the Death Ward here. He's going to run it the hell out of here. Sleep being used. Okay, he's healing him. They're back to all full HP, Winter. I think they were there already, but they're going to get the kill. Ramses is in a really terrible spot. He's going to go down here. Oh, okay. Winter's Curse onto the Shadow Fiend, stops the Requiem coming out. They still lose the Tiny in the process, and this fight does not look good for VP until TA. No one shows up, trying to burst him down. The Omni Slash going to take out his life. This time he's got buyback, though. He's going to have to shoot through it. Somnus getting very, very low. He gets brought down. The Manamon, the Nyx. Pasha, what a hero. Throws the Carapace, has Vendetta as well. He's going to Vendetta a little bit further away, but he should be dead. Brought down, has buyback. They're going to have to use a few more buybacks, I want to say. This game is very messy. How? They buybacks though. They can defend, right? With Nyx, Assassin, and TA, they should be good. Is the game over? He says, hopefully. No, Winter, you are stuck in this game. You will cast for another 60 minutes. You joined 5 minutes in, Winter. You fat boy. Oh, TA? Oh, no. No one. He's muted. He can't use his items. Somehow kept alive. No, Winter's Curse for a little bit here. Ame's going to focus objectives. If they killed no one, it was game over there. He was so close to being brought down. I think he got saved by the Lotus Orb there. Got rid of the Nullifier. Ame's just trying to Blade Fury down the buildings. Yeah. No, he lives. Barely survives his way through it here. No one in the front line's going to get saved by the Cold Embrace here. Perhaps they can focus direct. No, Ame once he's killed. They want to bring down no one. He force stops himself the hell out of there. Trying to turn and fight FY. He's being bashed up now. FY wants this kill. Disarms the TA. Trying to just buy some time for his team. There's the sleep. They can focus the buildings. Perhaps Lil now in the front lines. Ame still going for him. Just needs to get the buildings. Get the objectives. Deathward's going to finish off the Winter Wyvern. That's a dieback. Clockwork going to respawn soon, as is the Tiny. Can VP hold on? How? What happened? What happened? What happened, Winter? Bottom Rex is still alive. And mid. They got no Winter. Don't you lie to the viewers. They got a tier 3 tower. That's unacceptable. I can't believe they didn't hit the Rags at any point. Slaughter, Slaughter was creating Slaughter was just diving past, stunning them. He kept zoning out the TA, and Jug was, I don't know, he wasn't getting the Rags. Yeah. I mean, alternatively, they could have gone for the throne. It's exposed, but here we go. This is the 5th Roshan. This is where they should be getting a free rapier. Yeah. This is where Ame... That's the thing. By the 5th Roshan, your carries are 6 slotted. So giving them a rapier is like, you know, not crazy. Yeah, I think that's good. Rapier damage until you die. I don't know. It's 5th Roshan. It's meant to be OP by that point. Here we go. LGD looking to finally get some buildings. no Winter Wyvern. They have been really crippled by that Winter's Curse and Cold Embrace many a times here. FY being pelted by the side blades here. Can they get this mid lane? They're not using the song to just get the buildings here. They'll take it the old-fashioned way. Ame goes in with a BKB. Can he bring down No One's here? Going to go for the Omni Slash here. He's going to BKB. Tank some of the damage here. In comes FY. The hookshot there as well. Can he bring down FY? He gets the cheese off just in time. Keeps him alive. There's the Winter's Curse. Oh, the sleep used, but it's going to still be a dead Victoria. Poor Witch Doctor. Dead for 100 seconds here. Maybe throws the ultimate here. Pasha in the front lanes. He's going to get brought down. That's a big kill. No more pesky Nyx Assassin. Will VP finally be bested? Randy's being healed up in the front lanes here. SF, another sleep. Going to heal them up a little bit. Now they're going to turn and fight. They're going to bring him down. Finally, the game ends. GG is called. 70 minutes in. SF does end up going down. But it's VP bested in this best of one. What a crazy game. Those games are fun though. You know, it's neither team plays it perfectly. In fact, there's like it's kind of hard to play. It's impossible to play a 7-minute game perfectly because it does get so messy. And yeah.